Have you ever felt a sorrow so deep it felt like a physical weight on your chest? A pain so heavy you could barely breathe? What if I told you that weight isn't just in your mind, that it's a real biological event, an event so powerful it can increase your risk of a deadly heart attack by over 2,000% in a single day? And the trigger for this catastrophic risk isn't what you think. It's not the food on your plate, it's not the smoke from a cigarette, and it's not the drink in your glass. The trigger is something far more profound. It's the invisible wound that so many of us carry in silence, the overwhelming, crushing weight of loss. It has a medical name, broken heart syndrome. This is not a poetic phrase. It is a life-threatening medical reality that proves your emotions can physically break your heart. If you have ever felt this pain, or fear that one day you might, then this video is the most important thing you will watch this year. Because we will not just uncover why this pain is so dangerous. More importantly, we will discover how to protect your heart from it. We will learn how to build a shield around the one thing that keeps you alive. Stay with me. The idea that an emotion can cause a physical illness might sound unbelievable, but the science is undeniable. The groundbreaking study on broken heart syndrome revealed a chilling fact. In the first week following a devastating loss, a person's risk of having a heart attack increases six-fold. But this isn't just a number in a medical journal, it has a human face. A face like Mary, a wonderful 72-year-old woman I once read about. Her world, once full of color and sound after 49 years of marriage, had turned gray and silent when her husband passed. Soon after, her body began to whisper its own form of grief. It wasn't a dramatic chest clutch like in the movies. It was a profound fatigue that made climbing the stairs feel like scaling a mountain. It was a dull, persistent ache in her back and waves of nausea she blamed on not eating properly. She told herself, this is just what sorrow feels like. But she was mistaken. Her body was sending out classic silent heart attack signs. Her grief wasn't just a feeling in her soul, it was a physical force, creating real, tangible heart attack warning signs. And please understand this with all your heart. This profound stress isn't exclusive to losing a spouse. It is the earth-shattering moment a doctor gives you a difficult health diagnosis. It is the silent, painful rift in a family that goes unresolved. It's any event that fundamentally shatters your sense of safety and your vision for the future. All of these are forms of a broken heart. All of them can manifest as dangerous signs of heart problems. Recognizing that your pain is real and has a physical voice is not a sign of weakness. It is the first, most crucial step toward healing. It is the beginning of taking your power back. Now, to show you just how powerfully and how instantly your mind can command your body, even without the profound grief of loss, let me share a quick personal story. It's a much lighter one, but it perfectly illustrates the same physical principle. My wife, she thrives on roller coasters. The bigger, the faster, the better. Me, I'm a wimp. But years ago, not wanting to lose face, I got on one with her. The moment that safety bar locked into place, my heart started a drum solo against my ribs. As we began that slow, agonizing climb, click, click, click. I could feel the adrenaline surging. I was gripping the bar so tight my knuckles were white. My wife later told me my face was as white as a ghost. As a health expert, I know exactly what that means. It's called vasoconstriction. In a state of pure imagined terror, my body had pulled all the blood from my skin and extremities to power my core for a fight-or-flight response. My body was exhibiting real signs of heart problems under stress from a threat that only existed in my head. My point is this: my mind perceived a threat, and my body created a real, measurable physical crisis. Now imagine that feeling wasn't for 3 minutes on a theme park ride. Imagine it lasted for months or even years of silent grief. What does that do to your heart long term? That question, what happens when stress lasts for months or years, is the absolute key to understanding how emotional pain becomes a physical disease. When your body is under constant stress, it activates two powerful, ancient alarm systems. First, you have adrenaline. Think of adrenaline as your body's 911 emergency call. It's fast, it's intense. It's what you felt on that roller coaster, the pounding heart, the surge of energy to either fight or flee. It's a magnificent system designed to save your life in a short-term crisis and then, crucially, to switch off. But what happens when the crisis, the grief, the worry, the loss never ends? That's when the second system takes over. This is cortisol. And if adrenaline is the 911 call, I want you to think of cortisol as the slow-burning fire that keeps smoldering long after the emergency crews have gone home. This isn't a loud, dramatic fire. It's a quiet, corrosive one. Day after day, week after week, this chronically high level of cortisol creates inflammation throughout your body. Imagine it like a slow, invisible rust, silently damaging the delicate, smooth lining of your arteries. That damage, that internal rusting, is the very foundation of coronary artery disease. It creates rough patches where plaque can build up, narrowing the vital pathways for your blood. But this perfect storm does more. This constant inflammatory state makes your blood stickier, increasing the risk of a clot that can cause a heart attack. It suppresses your immune system. It can even disrupt your heart's natural rhythm, contributing to conditions like atrial fibrillation. You see, that feeling of being drained by grief is real. Your body is literally fighting a slow internal fire. But here is the beautiful thing about knowledge. Once you know what's causing the fire, you can finally learn how to put it out. So how do we fight back against this silent internal fire? How do we begin the essential work of heart attack prevention when the cause is so deeply emotional? The answer, my friends, is not found only in a medicine cabinet. The truest answer lies in taking back control. It lies in the small, powerful choices you make every single day. Here is your simple, scientifically backed 3-step plan to extinguish that fire and build a truly resilient heart. Step 1. Release. Give your body the all-clear signal. The first step is to physically tell your body that the crisis is over. You need to burn off that excess adrenaline and cortisol. But you don't need to run a marathon. The American Heart Association, AHA, provides incredible guidance here. They confirmed that as little as 150 minutes of moderate intensity activity per week, that's just over 20 minutes a day, can dramatically lower your risk for heart disease and stroke. Think of it as your daily peace treaty with your body. A brisk 20-minute walk, feeling the sun on your face. Spending time in your garden with your hands in the earth. Or my personal favorite, putting on a beloved song from your past and simply dancing in your living room. This isn't a chore, it is an act of liberation. You are physically walking off the stress and telling every cell in your body, we are safe now. Step 2. Reconnect. Mend your heart with human connection. The second step is to douse the fire of loneliness. This is not just a nice idea, it is a medical necessity. A major study published in the prestigious medical journal Heart found that chronic loneliness and social isolation can increase the risk of developing coronary artery disease and having a stroke by a staggering 30%. Your heart, emotionally and physically, needs connection to thrive. So what does this look like today? It can be as simple as picking up the phone to call a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. It could be joining a local book club, a church group, or volunteering for a cause you believe in. And never underestimate the power of a furry friend. The American Heart Association also released a scientific statement confirming that pet ownership, especially having a dog, is linked to lower blood pressure and greater longevity.
The simple, unconditional love from an animal can be a powerful medicine for a grieving heart. Step 3. Regulate. Take hold of your inner control panel. Finally, let's learn how to calm your nervous system from the inside out. I want to teach you a simple but profound technique called the 4-7-8 breath. It works by stimulating your vagus nerve, which is like a natural brake for your body's stress response. It's simple. Breathe in quietly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for a count of 7 seconds. Then exhale completely through your mouth with a whoosh sound for 8 seconds. Do this just 3 times, and you will feel a sense of calm wash over you. We can also regulate from within through nutrition. The National Institutes of Health, NIH, confirms that essential minerals like magnesium are vital for maintaining a normal heart rhythm, and that a deficiency is strongly linked to increased cardiovascular risk. Foods like leafy greens, nuts, and seeds are rich in it. Other aids like vitamin B1 and the adaptogen ashwagandha have also been studied for their ability to help the body manage stress. However, and this is the most important advice I will give you, it is vital that you speak with your doctor before starting any new supplement. Your body is unique. True heart attack prevention is a partnership between you and your healthcare provider. These simple daily actions, a walk, a phone call, a few deep breaths, do more than just make you feel better. They actively work to manage conditions like atrial fibrillation and dramatically lower your long-term risk of heart failure. You are not just passing the time, you are building a stronger future.
We started this journey together today by looking at a terrifying statistic. We gave a name, broken heart syndrome, to a pain that is profoundly personal and all too real. We've journeyed through the science of how sorrow can physically wound us. But I hope, more than anything, that you leave here today with a renewed sense of your own power. The most important lesson is this: grief is not a problem to be solved. It is a process to be honored. It is the landscape of a life lived with great love, and it deserves our respect. But you do not have to let that beautiful, painful landscape destroy the vessel that carries you. You do not have to let sorrow become a sickness. By taking those small, gentle steps we discussed, a walk, a phone call, a single deep breath, you are not erasing your memories. You are not diminishing your love. You are building a resilient spirit around that love. You are making a conscious choice to protect your precious heart from the long-term, devastating damage of conditions like congestive heart failure. You are choosing to continue your story. And your story matters more than you can ever know. Each of us has found our own small ways to find a moment of light in the darkness. That is why I invite you now to do something truly powerful. In the comments below this video, please share just one small thing that brings you a moment of peace. It could be a song that lifts your spirits, a simple recipe, the feeling of the morning sun on your face, or a favorite memory. Your simple idea might be the lifeline that another person reading these comments in their own moment of despair desperately needs to see today. It could be the spark that helps them begin their own journey of healing. Let's transform this space into a beautiful tapestry of hope, a library of resilience. Thank you for taking this time for yourself. Be well, and please know, you are not alone. And remember, the information in this video is for educational purposes only and is not intended as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition.